Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade, and I am here today to show you these jeans I have been working on. I love the visible repair trend that's going on. I really didn't embrace that when I was younger, and I don't know, I'm getting all excited about it now. But this, I did this part first because this was an existing hole in the pair of jeans. I bought these at the thrift store. And so I went ahead and did this repair, and then I decided, oh, well, that's just not enough. And so I started ripping it and washing it and ripping it and washing it and putting some stitches in and washing it. And so these have been washed a bunch of times to get the fraying. I still have to wash them again to get more fraying, but I want to finish the stitching out first. So I'm doing the stitching along the seam here because the seam had let go a little bit, and so I just did a whip stitch at first to tack it back where it needed to be. That was my daughter's dog, if you heard that. He does that. It'll be okay. He might bark for a second, but he'll be fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this all the way down. But this leg is done. I would highly recommend that either just embrace the messy stitch thing and dive in, which is what I did up here, or get yourself a water-soluble pen of some sort. I like the friction pens, but you know, any kind of water-soluble pen that you know will wash out will do the job. Chalk, anything like that, anything you would normally mark on fabric with. What I did is I just laid it down and I just used my ruler and I made the lines fairly perpendicular. I didn't make them consistently distance apart, but it did give me, you know, a grid to work on. And I think I like this look better than this look, personally. I think they're both cute, but I think in the future this is how I'm going to do it, is with the grid. So, let me go ahead and show you what the inside of that looks like. Pull this inside out. There we go. And as you can see, I've hidden most of the knots in the in-betweens. You know, in between the two layers of fabric. I just thought that would be better. I couldn't do that with every single one. But I still think it'll be comfortable enough. There's nothing that you can really, you know, like catch your toes on or anything like that. I might need to fix this piece. Yeah, that's a little bit of a big loop, so I'll have to do something there. But, you know, as you can see, they're secondhand. They've been washed a million times, like I said, but they do have some imperfections. And I highly recommend going to your local thrift store or neighbor with kids, or your own kids' closet, and starting with a pair of used kids' jeans that are big enough that you can get your arm in and out easily, but they're still kids' jeans, so they're a lot smaller than, you know, whatever jeans you want to do for yourself. Start with the smaller project and get a feel for it. And kids are going to be far less particular about the straight lines and all that kind of stuff as you're learning, because just figuring out how to hold it is its own challenge. Because even if you've done slow stitching before, if you've never done it on something that's hard to get a hoop on, which, I mean, you could hoop up, use a little 4-inch hoop, and, you know, maybe even a 6-inch one on adult jeans, and hoop up small areas, but you would still have that other side of the jean that you'd have to manage and deal with and hold it and everything. So give yourself time. You know, and give yourself time to practice. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this stitch through and show you guys how I've been doing this basic running stitch. So, key thing with stitching in denim is you want a sharp needle. I like a longer needle than this typically, but this is just the one that I found, and it had a nice big eye on it, so that's the one I'm using this time. But, okay. So from here, I'm on the upper side, so I can't just go over. I'll have an angle stitch, and I don't want that. So I'm going to come down here, and then, see, I have my fingers in between the layers, so that way the needle, I'm going to poke my fingers before I grab that other side of the jean. And I've got my thumb here where I've got it pinched, and fairly close to where I'm stitching, so that way I can kind of hold it, that little section, taut enough, you know? And then I angle the needle over and come up as far away from this line as I want. I think that's a little bit close, so I'm going to go ahead and readjust. Take a couple more threads and come up over here, and then you just pull it through. And on the single layer of denim, you can totally load up your needle with running stitches and then pull it through. like so. You know, however many your needle can handle. This is a fairly small needle, and so you can see there I pulled a little bit too tight, so now I just take 2 seconds and kind of just stretch everything out. It pulls the thread and everything's good again. So you will notice that at certain points, like here I had this layer of purple, I had the denim, and this layer of black that is behind there. So that particular area I just did 1 stitch at a time instead of trying to load up several. You'll just get a feel for it as you go. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. I have a 600 subscriber giveaway going on right now. This is November 2023. The contest ends on November 11th. So if that is still going when you're watching this, go check that out. It's a winner's choice of 1 of 3 prizes. And then let's see what else do I have going. I have my December daily that I'm going to be doing with the lovely Rhonda over at Junk Journal Diva here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to her yet, please go do so. She's if you like junk journals. If you're here because of her sewing videos, I haven't seen her sew at all. So, you know, that's my only thing. Rhonda's fabulous, but that channel is definitely paper crafting. So there we go. And that is, you know, that's all it is. It's that simple. And you just go back and forth like that, however much or as little as you want. And have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate every single minute we spend together.